All right, make sure it's working still out. All right, Shalom. Before I start, let me give all praises to Yahweh Bashem El Shai, Bahashim Chakorash, double honor to the apostles, those great millstone, peace, blessings, and citations to all like Akim, walk with them, learning, teaching truth and sincerity. And this is going to be another video. I was thinking about it last night as I was watching something. And I don't remember what, but I got I'm gonna switch it over to screen share. Just a second. Let me get this scripture rolling. I was going to be dealing with the movie that was supposed to come out some years back called Asher. Let me see. Let me type this up. Switch it over. All right, because basically this lesson, I was watching some. I don't remember usually how it goes, but I got to thinking. We know that according to Scripture, there's going to be, unfortunately, men that's with us that are going to betray us. All right, let me switch it over. All right, the same way that Judas Iscariot betrayed Yahweh Shai. All right, and this a message to you because you have certain Israelites that are actually government paid agents that are actually pretending to be amongst the brotherhood. All right, and to you, soulless, heartless, because you got to be an absolutely you have to be a person completely devoid of morals and a soul to infiltrate a group of your own people trying to do something righteous, trying to be upright to bring them down. You have to be truly wicked to join with Esau, the so-called white man, to kill your own people, which throughout Israelite history, it's always been Israelites taking down their own people, all right, helping heathens taking down their own people. All right, so let me take it back first. Because I typed in Asher Israelite movie, and I'm just showing you. So I clicked on one of these articles because this was a movie that was supposed to come out. And when you look at the backstory for it, let's see, Salat. And I was just getting the scripture ready. All right, I was looking this movie up because this is one of the prime examples. Hey, you wicked snakes, you got Judas Iscariot plans in your mind. Hey, you better hope we don't get our hands on you before you get to carry out your plans. And ultimately, Yahweh Bashem Al Shai is going to be with the election 1/3. So whether you traitors that are in the midst, whether you get some of us killed or not, it doesn't matter. Ultimately, we're going to get the kingdom. So you're fighting for a futile cause. All right, you're being a sellout traitor to no real avail. But I'm gonna read this article. It says, so let me start back up. Then I'll get these scriptures out. It's moving slow for some reason. All right, it says Black Israelites will be at the center of a psychological thriller starring Danny Glover and Mikey Pfeiffer. Who the hell the second person is? I've heard that name before, but all right, it's the name of it's called Asher. It says a psychological thriller, which is being shopped at the American film market this week, is being billed as Da Vinci Code meets Donnie Brasco, with the story that will see a New York college student, Rosado, and from that sound like a Northern Kingdom. And it's funny they chose Asher because we know Asher is a part of the Northern Kingdom. Asher is what we know as today the Brazilians, if I remember correctly. And they gonna choose a damn Northern Kingdom. This Esau wicked, man. He been paying attention. They wanted to call it that movie, but they canceled it. They didn't want that much publicity for us at that time, so they slashed it. But it says what a New York college student infiltrates the Black Israelites as part of a research for a thesis paper. Glover will play the role. Will play the powerful leader of the Black Israelite slot. Glover will play the powerful leader of the Black Israelite sect, while Pfeiffer will play a dissenting member of the group who befriends Rene Rosato's college student character, who just might be planning a terrorist attack. The story is said to be based on director Ordonez's own personal experiences studying real-life Black Israelites as a student at Queens College. So let's see. From all I've read and heard about this project, it doesn't sound like a depiction of the group that the real Black Israelites will appreciate, essentially being painted as a military cult, a militant cult. And that's true. All right. And you traders that are with Esau, that's mainly why those Iscariots are being used to further put us in a bad light of the people. And then dumb niggas that, oh man, hey, the same way Judas Iscariot didn't get away with it, you monkeys ain't gonna get away with it either. All right. Hey, the only difference between Judas Iscariot and a lot of you traitors that are in the midst, he had enough sense to kill himself after he did what he did. A lot of you aren't going to have the opportunity. All right. The men that you betrayed, Lord willing, all right, even the ones that you betrayed unto death are going to be able to get their hands upon you. All right. All you traitors, you better get out now while you can and switch departments at your FBI agency or CIA agency or whatever the hell, because you're messing with an anthill that you have no idea how to get out of. All right. And when the ants catch on, they're going to fucking clap you. All right. So this is, then they start talking about, who the Israelites are, all this and all that. But basically, this is how Esau actually, there's actually people, when the elders and apostles, and when I can say, agent provocateurs and spies, because the elders, they tell us stories of how at the main school they had people that were actually let me switch it off. You had people that were actually like with police departments trying to actually infiltrate, detectives and whatnot. I remember there was one they had asked the dude the apostle said they had asked the dude, if you're a cop, like an agent. He said, yeah. They was like, get out of here. And dude left. All right. His gig was up. They used to have police calling the school. All right. Things like that. So it's not this is not unfamiliar territory. We're ready, waiting, and expecting you traitors. All right. We might not be able to sniff you out right now, but the honest brethren that's with us, you're not, even if you get us killed, it's going to be to no avail. You're just going to make us greater. The same way that when Yahushua was killed, it was to no avail. It only made him, it sent him on to perfection. All right, but this is 1 John chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 19. It says, they went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out that they might be manifest that they are not all of us. All right, and that's true. All right, we not scared of losing numbers. So that's why here at Great Mill, so we're not all intertwined with Esau, the so-called white. We don't have a 501c3 charter. Therefore, we don't have to do things on paper. All right. Where it's heavily spiritual. You will be sought out. You have other camps that are they just really want numbers. I bet you there's a hella. Well, the leader of IOIC, he himself was a detective, so that should go to show you something. But I'm willing to bet you a lot of these bigger camps that love numbers and are doing things by the books, got their addresses down and all this and all that. I'm willing to bet they have a surplus amount of agents in there. All right, but there's some here at Great Millstone too, somewhere. All right, or a motherfucker that's coming up to the camp pretending to be like a sincere brother listening, and this damn bastard, when he bend the corner, he hopped back in the FBI. He hopped back in the FBI spy van. But nevertheless, it just shows y'all aren't with us. And in the kingdom, you're gonna have an utterly low, a disgustingly. You're gonna have you'll be Israelites, you'll be enjoying everything, but you're gonna have a low esteem compared to the elect, compared to the righteous. All right, that is a very, as much as I don't like the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, as much as I don't like any of these wicked monkeys, I wouldn't just up and turn on my own people. You niggas don't have any sense of nationality and self-preservation. for your own people. You've completely sold out to Esau, the so-called white man. And I get an example. Y'all have completely sold out to Esau, the so-called white man, to try to benefit yourself, and that's outright and sheer wickedness. All right, this place is destined to fall, and you want to side with it? That's crazy. This is Second Maccabees. I had brought this out, I think last week, but I'm just getting a certain point out of here. This is Second Maccabees chapter 4. Let me see. I'm gonna start at verse 7. So like it says, but after the death of Seleucus, when Antiochus called Epiphanes, took the kingdom, Jason, the brother of Onias, labored underhand to be high priest, promising unto the king by intercession 303 score talents of silver, and of another revenue 80 talents. All right, so showing you, it was one of our own people. He was one of the ones that helped convert us into heathenism. All right, he was the brother of the righteous high priest Onias, the wicked Jason, but he decided to consent with the Greek king, and that's what many of you wicked traders are doing today. You're deciding to side with Esau, the so-called white man, rather than your own people, just for what? Some riches, for a car, so you can sit up at the strip club smoking a big cigar with your feet up, for some sort of status. You're willing to see your people literally suffer and all get put to death just to enjoy your own life, just like Cypher off the Matrix. Let me see if I can pull up the image. Like, so he just wanted to forget. That's a powerful scene. Cypher. Let me see. I'll just bring this image up. I'll type in Matrix betrayal. So let me get the picture up. Fucking niggas, man. All right, now this is the picture of Cypher when he was sitting down with one of the agents. He said, you know what? He basically said he got tired. He said he couldn't continue on the fight anymore, and that's a wicked. Let me see. That's a wicked spirit, man. It's better to die with some honor and some integrity than to sell out your own nation for some comfort. All right, now this is Matthew. Let's see. This is Matthew chapter 27, verse 3. Now, even Judas had enough sense to go kill himself because he knew he brought a great shame upon himself. But like I said earlier, many of you wicked bastards who betray us in these days to come, you're not going to have the ability to be able to kill yourself. That's when scriptures like in Matrix are going to, that's when scriptures like in Revelation are going to kick in. They shall seek death and shall not find it. No, y'all gonna have to deal with Yahweh Shah. Y'all gonna have to deal with them Akim y'all had slain, and when they get resurrected. All right. Matthew chapter 27, verse 3 says, then Judas, which had betrayed him, when he saw that he was condemned, repented himself and brought again the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and elders. And so many of you niggas gonna try to, oh man, I didn't know they would go. It's gonna be too late for that. All right, and through the spirit, that's why that one Darth Vader ain't in the camp no more. Here in Detroit, there's a dude, Darth Vader. That's what we affectionately call him. He was weak, and through the spirit, I believe that he would have been. He was weak. He cared, and now look at him. They don't even. They allow. Hey, he was weak. He cared for the heathens and for regular street niggas more than he did for his own Akim, and we can't have that around us. If you don't care about Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and the Akim that's with you more than you care about anything else, then we can't trust you. You cannot be around us. Even if you care about your own children more than you care about the Akim and Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you're a liability. Why? Because you'd be willing to give up the lives of the Akim for your children. You'd be willing to turn your back on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, keeping these law, statutes, and commandments just to make sure your family and your children are fed. Oh man, I gotta take the mark of the beast. They said they're gonna kill my baby. What y'all want me to do? That's why you know what? Let me get this let me get this. Let me switch on right here in my script. So I got this Matthew. That's why you're supposed to put your trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and he'll take care of all of our needs. He knows that some of us have children and family, but if you trust in him, he'll keep them safe. And even if they die, he'll resurrect them. So that's not what you're supposed to fear. Let me type this up real quick. I know it's Corinthians. This is 1 Corinthians 11:3. It says, but I would have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach, and the head of every woman is the man, and the head of Mashiach is the most high power. So our head is Yahweh Shai. His head is the most high. That's what we look to. If you really want your family to make it, you do what Yahweh Shai told you to do. If you want your children to make it, you do what Yahweh Shai says to do. All right. You put importance the things that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai says to take care of first, but then everything else will be taken care of. You cannot put your family and your children and your own life on a pedestal before Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai and the Akim that's serving with you. Otherwise, you'll end up like this Cypher dude. That's why he betrayed, when you watch the movie, he betrayed all of his best friends that he was warring and fighting with. Why? Because he began to care more about himself, his feelings. He wanted to eat good. He wanted to live good. He was tired of struggling. He was tired of fighting. So he gave in. And ultimately, in these days of temptations, that's coming when that mark of the beast is made mandatory and natural life in society is going to change and become hard and very different from what it is now. You're going to have to be faced with trusting in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai or trusting Esau, the so-called white man. And fucking, and you ones that trust in Esau, that's in league with them, you're going to be destroyed. All right, taking it back to that Matthew chapter 27. This is verse 4 now says, saying, I have sinned in that I have betrayed the innocent blood. And they said, what is it? What is that to us? See to that. So he tried to give it back to them. They say, we don't want that. So ultimately, you traitors, it's all to no avail. You're going to betray your own nation. You're going to get some of your own people slaughtered and killed. And you think you're going to turn it? You think if the elites, if they had the ability to fully initiate and complete their plan of 500 million, you think they're going to let one of you monkey Negroes in? They can't trust you. You was willing to betray your own nation. You think they're going to let you in into their new world order and let you sit on top? No, you're just a pawn, but y'all don't realize that. You niggas that's in the military, that's in the fucking police department, going hard, you make sure you pull over every nigga that looks suspect. But you're not going to pull over Esau, the so-called white man. You're not going to pull over a car full of 10 Arabs looking like they got bombs hanging out the fucking windows. But you make sure to pull over a Latino or pull over a Negro. All you bastards are Esau, the so-called white man, is going to tell you to see to it. And you're going to turn back around, and it's going to be the men you betrayed. So you can, hey. Verse 5, it says, and he cast down the pieces of silver in the temple and departed and went and hanged himself. All right, so he had so much shame that he went and hung himself. You bastards that do it modern day, you're not going to have that opportunity. Like in that movie that would have come out, because there was another, I looked it up on another website. You know, there was a plot that was going on. And so the dude eventually, he started out as being an infiltrator, and then he started to believe. All right. So you may have situations like that where a motherfucker might actually be an agent, and then they get converted to the faith. But then you gonna have the people that's in it, that's the agent, and they conflicted. Man, this might be the truth, but man, I still got to do my job. Hey, if you're willing to be in that mindset, May Yahweh Bashem Yahushai destroy you. Right? If you're willing, you know what? Let me get this. Because what you're doing by serving Esau and doing what he says to, let's see. Hang on. This is Deuteronomy 17 and 15, because this is what y'all are doing spiritually. It says Deuteronomy 17 and 15, thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy power shall choose. So you're supposed to be in obedience to your own, to a righteous leading Israelite man, in which today we have the elders and apostles here at Great Millstone, ultimately leading up to Yahweh Shai. You're supposed to, as an Israelite, your loyalty is supposed to be to the Most High, His Son, and to your own people. All right, in which right now it would be to the righteous, because the majority of our people are wicked. So not right now it would be the righteous of our people. All right. So continuing in 15, it says, one from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. And that's what y'all are doing. Y'all have set a stranger over you, and you obey them. You obey John Smith, chief police department of Yale City. And you know what? We're going to give you a raise. You go down there, you get in good with them Israelites, you study, you do what you got to do, and you report in on them every week. If you're willing to do that, you have such horrible things coming to you that it's going to be unreal. And then ultimately, you're going to have that shame in the kingdom, which is going to be worst above all. All right, the 2/3 that die here, they're going to have a horrific and a shameful death. But the real true tragedy is, even though they're going to be living, godlike in the kingdom, they're still going to have that shame for some time. Why? Because they chose to live unrighteously on this side. And that shame is going to outweigh any riches that Esau, the so-called white man, could give you on this side. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 2. It says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. Talking about in the kingdom, when the ones, that are born back through the elect in the kingdom, they're going to have that shame. Like a dude like Cypher, after he had woke up, and then when you watch the second and third movie, he had had amnesia for a minute, but then he remembered everything he did, and he pretended to have amnesia. And then he tried to, without spoiling it, he tried to get back to his wickedness. But he knew that once he remembered what he did, he was like, shit, I can't let them find out. They'll up and kill me. So he tried to still pretend like he was out of it. But you wicked Israelites, you have no idea what's going to be coming to you, man. That's a goddamn shame. Y'all rather trust in oppression, or y'all rather envy the oppressor, and in doing so, give up your own people just to seek after. Hey, let me get Hebrews, just to seek after a little temporal glory. Let me see. That's in Hebrews. I'll probably make this the last one. I just wanted to touch on the topic. All right, and Lord willing, we're gonna get our hands. We're gonna get our hands on you, whoever y'all the fuck are, because we know real true Akim. All right, you can't fake being a real brother through the ups and downs, but you fucking snakes that's in it, man, you better get out now before the pot even start getting hot. You better get out fucking now, because in them days and times come, I'm telling you right now, the Lord gives me the ability I'll break your fucking neck. I'm not even bullshitting. I'll straight up fucking choke you to death and break your fucking neck. But this is Hebrews chapter let's switch it back over. This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 23. It says, by faith Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months in his 3 months of his parents, because they saw he was a proper child, and they not afraid of the king's commandments. So they weren't afraid of Pharaoh. They weren't afraid. They said, I'm not killing my child. F Pharaoh. Pharaoh can hold these nuts. All right. Verse 24. By faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. So Pharaoh didn't want to live that life anymore. All right. Verse 25. He didn't want to continue on as a Egyptian, or really a Montazarian, because that word Egypt didn't even exist at that time. But he refused. He couldn't keep seeing his people get fucked up. He couldn't deal with it no more. He was like, man, I can't be living it up in the kingdom while my people slaving. You niggas don't have any sense of nationality. Oh, that's that nigga. That's not me, cuz. I gotta do me. I gotta do it. That's how you fucking monkeys think. And because of that, you're willing to sell out. You're willing to give up your own. I can't imagine it. All right. Now, hey, somebody do something to you. Don't be somebody rob you. Don't be playing the damn no snitching game. But I'm talking about on a grand scale you're willing to give up your whole nation for what? For some fucking money? For a car? For some shoes? For a house? For anything in this kingdom, when this kingdom is guaranteed to fail, it's already going out the window. If this place had 15 more years, everyone would either be a transsexual, gay fag, or lesbian. There'd probably be no more heterosexuals alive. They'd all be exterminated. For that world, that's who you're willing to betray to? All right. That's who you're willing to, what's the word? Not sell out. There's actual, defect. All right. That's who you're willing to defect to. Verse 25, it says, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High Power than to enjoy the pleasure of sin for a season, esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. All right. Hey, by faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who was invisible. And that's the spirit that you have to be in. That's the spirit that we have to remain in, especially when them trials come. When it's day 4 and you haven't eaten anything, and Esau's waving that mark of the beast in front of you. You have to be able. You got to have that Moses spirit, man. F this, F everybody, F America, F that job I had, F my car, F wherever I lived, F my city, F my upbringing, F this place. We looking towards the kingdom. Otherwise, you'll fall into temptation. That's why you got to pray that the Lord keeps you in those days and times. All right, you got to have that Moses spirit. It's better just to suffer now than to be a fucking absolutely. I can't describe to you the way. If I can make you understand how I feel about traitors, that's one of the worst, like top 5 things you can be in life. Is just a traitor in general. All right. So that was it on this lesson. Hey, like the title says, to you soon to be Judas Iscariots, leave now. All right, you should leave now, because if I turn my back and I see a nigga in Judas Iscariot mode, if the Lord allows, I'll break your fucking neck. All right, that's not a joke. All right. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Al Shai Bahashem, Chacharash, the honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all like the Akim Walk, Watham, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. And just real quick, I remember a while back, I had a dream. The brother Arya in the camp, my right hand man, he had this was in a dream. I don't remember what we were doing, but I know we were on the run, and there was people shooting at us. All right, and he ended up. I'm gonna get one more. I'll get one more, and then I'll close it, because I think I did a video on it after I woke up. But I remember we were being chased and people were shooting at us, and I had my back turned running, so I didn't know, and he had turned and stopped and looked. So basically, he saw one of the bullets coming, all right, and he chose to jump in front of it, and he took it straight to the head. He chose to jump in front of it in order to save me, and I turned back and looked, and I realized what happened, But hey, that's the spirit that you have to be in, especially in these last days. You have to be willing to die for this truth, to die for the brotherhood, to die for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, rather than to fucking sell out, man, to defect. All right, let me get this last scripture, Salat, and then I'll close it. It just came to mind as soon as I was John 15 and 13. I don't know why I always think it's First John. John chapter 15 and 13. This is spirit you have to be in. All right, you can't be in that treacherous, it's all about me spirit. You have to be in that self-sacrifice spirit, if it so be. All right, John chapter 15, verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. All right, so you need to be willing to lay down your life for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, for this truth and for your Akim, if it so be. Don't be in that it's all about me, I gotta live, I gotta eat spirit. That shit ain't. That's one of the reasons why we're all in this situation. If our people actually fucking step back and examine themselves and got out of the it's all me, I'm number one Floyd Mayweather mentality, but we wouldn't have even ended up in this shit. All right, but with that, I'm gonna say shalom.